Yes, in Jubail, Saudi Arabia. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com. And I'm going to do some really cool lenses, a little bit different than most. I'm going to cut some the Eyezen 2 with Transitions XTRAactive Gray and Crizal Sapphire for the Oakley 8149, the Pitchman R Carbon, and the color 03, the Polished Clear. And let me show you which one it is. Take everything out of the original packaging as Oakley sends it to me. The Oakley hard case. Of course, the Oakley cleaning cloth bag that it comes in. A little transport bag that doubles as the cleaning cloth. And the star of the show, the main attraction. Of course, it comes with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple to protect the temples from rubbing together. And I'm definitely going to put that on there before I ship to Saudi Arabia for you. It has the carbon fiber temples and, of course, the polished clear frame, the keyhole bridge. Instead of just a saddle bridge, this is a keyhole where it looks like it's a vintage look where you can put a skeleton key in there. And this is the Oakley 8149 color 02, the polished clear, and the 50 eye size. And of course on the right temple it says the Pitchman R Carbon, which stands for the carbon fiber temples, extremely strong but extremely lightweight. This is the frame. And of course, let me start off every Oakley video by saying I am an authorized dealer. I'm just legally, for whatever reason, being a small independent guy, I'm told I cannot list these on my website. Even though there's a million people selling them online, I like to play by the rules. So if anyone out there wants an Oakley, just email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. The link will be in the description in the video below, or you can call me. Again, I am an authorized Oakley dealer. Here's a lot of the frames that I carry, and I can get you anything that is made. Again, I start with the sunglasses up top, some of the semi-rimless. There's a drill mount there, the plastic frames, the metal frames. Any frame that is made that you want, that's available, any size, any color, I can do that for you. So just holler back. Of course, this is the traditional Pitchman in a different color. This is the carbon fiber temple, so this one's a little bit more expensive. This frame sells for $230. Let me begin, because you want to wear these. You're going on vacation to Bali, and who wouldn't want to go there? I wish I could personally deliver these. I can only feel but so bad because I just got back from Thailand myself. But yeah, the next trip to Bali. How about Yaz, if you just meet me there next time, show me around, since you'll know your way around the place by the time you get back. But I'm going to put, I pop out the original demo lenses, of which you'll receive, into the tracing element of my blocker, and I want to program this shape into the computer. So you were Secret Agent 1170, or as in the year 1170. Of course, most notably, well, I'll get to that, but of course, I know what you're thinking. That's when the Danes attacked Estonia. Be careful, the Danes are coming. But no, it's also when Thomas Becket returned from exile in France and was killed by 4 British knights who wanted him out of the way. He was killed in 1170 in Canterbury Cathedral. Of course, for those of you keeping score at home, he was sainted 3 years later in 1170, so he had that going for him. But I'm going to barcode this into the computer so that years from now, should you ever need new lenses for this frame, I can mail the lenses right to your home and you can pop them in. So I'm going to hit start. A little stylus is going to pop up and go around and trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy a genuine, authentic Oakley frame and you'll receive 1 free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase, whether they are prescription or not. Now, this is a unique lens. This is the Eyezen, also known as a computer relief lens. It is a digital single vision lens that has a little bit more add power in the bottom, very similar to how a progressive works. Move this on to the next screen. Enter your pupillary distance, which is 30 in each eye. The computer starts at 32.5, so I'm going to tap the minus button a couple times till we get down to 30. I want to raise the optical center height up to 23. Tap that a few buttons. I'm going to change the layout screen to the same as a progressive. Now, this is how your lenses come. They come in these little plastic sleeves. They come with yellow paint on them. Let me go ahead and recycle that. Got to save the planet for the next generation. We're going to come down here to the layout chart, and I'm supposed to have a black pen. There's one. Both of them are there. I am going to turn the lens around. Of course, this is, let's see, that's the left lens. This makes this one the right. There are two little laser engravings in there which you don't see. And I'm putting a dot in the center. I'm going to mark this one the right. I'm going to come down here. This is my Essilor Verilux layout chart. You have two round dots on your lens. Those I put a dot in the center of them. When I lay them out, it gives me, even though there's a crosshair on the actual lens right there, I like to mark my own. I never trust the lab. I have a very good lab, but all it takes is for the lens to slip or the markings to be off. Of course, let me mark that one L. And so about 1 out of, let's just say 1,000 may be off, but that's all it takes. He is in a hurry to go out of the country, to go on vacation. I don't want him to have to wait for me to send another set of lenses when I can do these right the first time. So one thing I'm going to do, even though there's yellow paint on there, it's almost like Division of Transportation yellow paint they put on the DOT puts on the road. I'm going to clean these off in advance because I don't want to put that, have to use the markings that much when it's installed into the frame. I know this one's going to take a little bit longer, but you get to see everything. Can you see those yellow lines? You can see as I use an optical grade acetone and scrub very hard, it always takes it a little while to come off. Let me come back down here with a white background and I can see it a little bit better. I can scrub a little harder knowing whether it has come off or not. And so that is that. Oh, put a little bit more yellow paint, a little bit more. Or as my old Vietnamese tailor used to say, little bit. Oop, got a marking. Oh, someone in England wants to get a pair of Verilux X lenses from me. Been playing phone tag today where he actually called me. And I emailed him back to let him know I'll answer as soon as I'm done with this video. So, there are 3 dots on the lens, the optical center, and then 2 layout charts. They go on this line. That center dot is going to go exactly where it is. These other 2 dots are going to go on this line. Tells me that it's oriented in there just right. This Eyezen lens is great for anyone who gets eye fatigue late in the day. It gives you a little bit extra plus. Oops, pull that all back out because you know what I forgot to do? The blocks. This is a block, as I like to call it, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting, so I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I peel off there. The black side is the sticky side. I'm going to lay this onto the first block, do the same thing now on the second one. Onto my Essilor equipment, the Essilor lenses will be cut. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. On the back is a little silver button that has a magnet that's going to do its job twice. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet here in the arm. Now I can lay everything out, put it back to the right lens. Line up that dot exactly where it's supposed to go. And those crosshairs, a little bit different from single vision lenses. Those 2 dots are lower. On single vision lenses, they're all on the same line. The Eyezen 2 has a 4 drop, so there's 4 millimeters drops down before you're on that horizontal plane. Make sure everything is lined up. I hit that button. Now the arm's going to come down and place the block onto the right lens. Let's do the same thing for the lens that ain't right. Just like me, I ain't right. Whoa, don't be pulling off there. Okay, come on now. Come on, you. Line up the magnet. Same pupillary distance, same optical center height. Get everything lined up the same way. We got a lot of sames. Same old, same old. High quality eyeglasses cut every day. Same old, same old. Get shipped free shipping. Free lenses. Same old, same old. Everything's lined up perfectly there. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down and place the block onto the left lens. Let me not get those confused. Now this is the edger. This is what's going to do all the work while I run my mouth. It too is an Essilor Nexia. The actual cutting wheel is inside here. It's going to grind. It's a diamond crusted wheel that's going to grind away the lens material until it's the final size. This wheel in the center, that channel, that little valley, that's what's going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. I'm going to wake up the computer. Number 1170 pops up. And these are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic, or Trivex, I would select that, but we're going to stay with polycarbonate. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens because it's not going to be seen in this polished frame anyway. I'm not going to put a safety bevel on the front convex surface of the lens. I am going to put a light safety bevel on the rear concave surface of the lens. I'm going to hit, whoop, got to put the lens in there first. Press that on there firmly. Now the magnet's going to do its job a second time, as it's going to attach itself to another magnet in the chuck. And by now you know I like to call it the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. I also don't know the machine well enough to give it a bath. I need to do something. It's getting a little dirty in there. You know, I would have cleaned it if I knew I was going to have company coming over watching me work. I'm going to hit the green arrow, which is start. In every language, the door closes. The dirty door closes, the clamp shuts, and then the lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as it's going around tracing the shape of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing. And a second time, measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness of the lens to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which you'll have none with your frame. This your prescription in this frame, but I can move the bevel forwards or backwards. I know that's counter to the direction, but if I move the bevel forwards, it would cause the frame, to go backwards in the lens. If I move the bevel backwards, it would force the lens to go forward in the frame, which I would never do. But I'm letting the computer pick where the lens placement for the best cosmetic look possible. Now if you see light flickering in the background, that is water there to catch the optical sawdust. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, where plastic, high index plastic, and Trivex lenses cut wet, meaning that water sprays onto the lens during the cutting cycle. These polycarbonate lenses cut dry, but water will spray on for the last part of the cutting cycle. Now you got the Crizal Sapphire 360. It is the clearest of all the lenses. I know you can see a lot of things now, but when I clean the lens off at the very end, that color will disappear. That's a coating they put on there, so the rubber sticker does not slip off during cutting. I will demonstrate the transition XTRAactive portion later, but the Crizal Sapphire 360 is the clearest of all the anti-glare coatings. It has 3 features in one. It reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain, but street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead fluorescent lights, and such. If you notice, your lens is completely flat, just like a nickel. Now it's getting the V-shaped bevel put on there. But it's also a reflection-free lens, so it reduces reflections. If someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection in your glasses. If you take a selfie, you don't see your camera in the reflection, and if someone takes a picture with a flash, you won't see the flash in the lens. It has the lowest angle of reflection of any of the anti-glare coatings. It is the clearest of any of the anti-glare coatings. It is well worth the money. I'm about $30 to $50 cheaper than anyone else on Crizal Sapphire 360. Crizal Sapphire 360 is well worth the money. So a little lever has come out. At the end of that lever is a spinning wheel, something you would find at the end of a Dremel tool. That's what's applying the safety bevel to the rear concave surface of the lens. Now with stronger prescriptions that I cut all day long for free, that becomes more critical. None of if any of the portion of the lens were protrude from the frame and come into contact with the cheek, it would be nice and smooth. Even though none of your lens will protrude from the frame, I do it, and I'll show you why I do it. I'm going to take the lens out, dry everything off. See if I can clean that dot off while it's right there. There we go. I'm going to see if it fits first time around. I'm going to tuck the lens in at the outside corner first, and the reason why I put the safety bevel on the rear surface of the lens here, let me make sure everything is cleaned off too, all the schwarf, the optical sawdust. The reason why I put a safety bevel there, even though it won't come out of the frame, is I tuck the lens in at the outside corner, and before I push down, the edge of the lens is pushing against the frame, so I don't want any of that to mar the edge of your frame. And that's why I put a safety bevel on the back surface of lenses, even though they don't protrude from the frame, is because to protect the quality and the finish of your frame. So now that's in there, let's go ahead and start cutting the left. Flip that over to L. Push that on there firmly, line up the magnet in the Charles, the Chuckster, the Chucky baby, the Chuck Arabia, and hit again the green button. The door closes, the clamp shuts, the lens is going to be traced by the 2 white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as it's tracing the shape of the left side of the frame, And just like before, measuring the thickness to know where to place the bevel so you have the best cosmetic look possible. Look at that, no edge thickness whatsoever. With your prescription in this frame, it ain't gonna happen. So let me take this block off. Pull the sticker off, use my hand-approved drying technique. Let's use the back of the hand drying technique. Throw that back in there. Take the sticker, add it to my sticker collection. It is growing, it is growing. Let's keep that out. Come back down here to the lensometer, spin the fine-tune knob to 102, the axis wheel. This wheel is the axis wheel. Put it in above that black dot and check the power, and I'm getting, where's my flashlight? Plus 50, exactly halfway between 0 and 1. Your prescription reads plus 50 minus 1 1/4 at 102. So you are farsighted. You need 2 steps of nearsighted correction. And actually, let me write this down here so you guys see. Plus 0.5, additionally the add. So you need 2 steps of nearsighted correction. You need 5 steps of astigmatic correction. You have 2 curves on your eye. A curve this way, which is plus 50, and a second curve this way, which is minus 1 1/4. Is how we line up those 2 curves to make everything nice and crisp, because uncorrected astigmatism, also known as cylinder, the abbreviation CYL, uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. So it is the fine-tune knob. Once everything is the correct size, we have to take away the fuzzy edges, and then we turn that fine-tune knob to 102. Let me check the astigmatic correction, and we're ending up at minus 75. 1 tick mark away from 1 in the red. We were up plus 50 in the black. A full diopter would be minus 50. 1 1/4 brings us 1 tick mark away from 1, so that is cut perfectly. Now your left eye, same amount of magnification needed, but you only need 4 steps of astigmatism correction. So we will go from plus 50 to minus 50 in the red, and we're going to turn the fine-tune knob to 72. Now these first 2 numbers are real values to be concerned with. This last number could be anywhere from 0 to 180. It just tells me where to correct for things. Now the Eyezen 2, there's 3 Eyezens. There's an Eyezen 0, there's an Eyezen 2, which gives you plus 50 additional magnification towards the bottom of the lens, because you say you get eye fatigue being on a computer all day. The Eyezen 3 gives you plus 75. It works very similar to how a progressive lens works. These are digital freeform lenses. And of course this frame sells for $230. I wanted to give you the hookup since you got 2 pair, and I'll show you that a little bit later. I gave you the Eyezen 2 with transitions XTRAactive for $140, the Crizal Sapphire for $139.99, for a total of $509.99. So think about that, everybody. I know everyone promises, you know, super cheap discount stuff. You get what you pay for. So again, the frame is $230, which is what I have to sell it for, being an authorized dealer. But that's why I give people free single vision prescription lenses. The Eyezen is a digital lens, so I have to charge a little bit more for that. And of course the XTRAactive, transitions XTRAactive, brings a total of $140. Again, the Crizal Sapphire, I charge $139.99. Most people charge up to $180, even $200 just for that Crizal anti-glare coating. I try and give you a break again, so you're getting an Eyezen with transitions XTRAactive Crizal Sapphire and an authentic, genuine Oakley 8149 Pitchman R carbon for just over $500. I think that is a great price. Anyone who's bought this frame with similar lens features just paid a whole lot more. So y'all know what I'm talking about. Let me take that lens out. I'm going to dry everything off, pat it dry. Let's see, I can remove that one sticker on the back. Let's remove this one at the top, that one there. Even though I'm using the Crizal pen, I can get that to come off with just the towel while it's a little bit wet. Great fine-tune pen. And the reason why I took the cap off, it gives me a chance to recap. I don't want to miss saying that. I get more out of that joke than anyone else. So if a clown gets to laugh at work, it's a good day at work. So again, I tuck the lens in at the outside corner using my thumbs. Press down at the nose. It snaps right in there. Pull the sticker off. Dry this off with my hand to drop that back in there for the next time. Add to my sticker collection. Big sticker collection, mini-me sticker collection. So, symbolic move. This is when I started the procedure, about 11 months into it, and then when I moved to my new lab, I decided it'd be a good occasion to start a new one. And we're playing, well, although let me give it a good squeeze like I've done with that one. We're getting there, we're getting there. We're catching up after 3 months. We're rocking and rolling. Hit the ground running. That's what I'm talking about. Stay strong. Keep hustling. Keep making videos. Reaching out to people. Answering emails from Saudi Arabia. Even though my man Yaz went to college in my home state of North Carolina, he was in school in Charlotte, which is actually where I was born. Give it up for Charlotte. And although my favorite story, I was in a flea market in Saigon, Vietnam, and there was a guy with a shirt on that says, "Excuse me, I speak jive." And I love the movie Airplane. I had to go speak to him, see if I can get my picture taken with him. And he was from Charlotte originally. He was visiting family in Vietnam. And I think, what a small world to run into someone wearing an awesome shirt in a flea market in Vietnam when I was looking for silk robes to find someone else from Charlotte. Now my man Yaz from Dubai, Saudi Arabia, on his way to Bali. I'm so jealous of the guy. So we got plus 50. Plus 50, we're going to check your astigmatism correction. 4 steps. That's going to bring us to minus 50. We were at plus 50 in the black. We're now at minus 50 in the red, exactly halfway between 0 and 1. So that is cut perfectly. I couldn't have done a better job if I had cut these lenses myself. Flip the card over. Your pupillary distance, 30 in each eye for a total of 60. Take the PD stick out my pocket, place against my thumb on your right lens, and then we hold it up to the left lens. Can you see that right above the 60 mark? Let me check the optical, well, the OC height, optical center height, 23 to the center of the frame, not to the bottom of the lens, but to the center of the frame. We're getting 23, so that is cut perfectly. This is the portion in every video that as I clean your lenses. I mentioned that there's free shipping anywhere in the US, and I'm actually shipping these to Florida. He has a service that is going to get his lenses to him in Saudi Arabia. So again, free shipping anywhere in the US, but when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. And I'll clean these a little bit better in just a moment. But that's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and I'm no different. I'm part of that 80%. But that, because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops do free adjustments. So just stop by your local place and just tell them if it's too loose or too tight. Although these wraparound temples fit great, but there is the chance it could be too high on one side. If so, if it's actually low on this side, you want to push down on this hinge. If it's high on this side, you actually want to push upward. Use your thumb, put your finger on that hinge, use your thumb to push upwards. That's what the optician's going to do. But it only takes about 30 to 45 seconds to a minute to adjust a pair of glasses perfectly, but I'm going to still get them in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set it down and press down. There is no wobble. And of course, normally in most of my glasses, when I press down on mine, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. I'm wearing the Oakley 8132 in the color Universe Blue. The blue-orange to match my blue-orange shirt, my hometown Durham Bulls baseball team. And of course, let me give you an example of that. These pilot temples are so great for sitting level on people's heads. I don't know how Oakley engineered that, because every other frame I have to wear, again, the Oakley, listen to me, Oakley, the Ray-Ban 2132 New Wayfarer in color 789, which again is the blue-orange. I love me some blue-orange. When I set mine on the counter, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. And again, 789 is the punchline to one of my favorite kids joke. Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 789. It's also the punchline to a perverted adult's joke. Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 is a registered 6 offender. Okay, all right, enough of that. Let me put that back up there. Let me put mine back on. So again, I have the Crizal Sapphire on mine. Let's go ahead and let me put mine back on so I can finish up. Press down, there is no wobble. Make sure the temples overlap perfectly, same amount of tension on each hinge. And of course that neither temple is askew like that. Let me give it one last cleaning before. Now I put in a selfie request to have in your package to have your picture on the website, so I would love to have a picture of these clear in Saudi Arabia or dark or vice versa. And of course one in Bali when you're on the beach chilling there. Oh man, Bali's got to be incredible, absolutely incredible. And this in the Indian Ocean, I've got to make it there one day. I love the coconut based foods of the South. Thailand was incredible. I love Southeast Asia. Vietnam taught me that. I went over there with a friend. and then went to Thailand with a friend, and now I've got to take my wife back, although she doesn't like to travel 30 hours on a plane, so it's tough convincing her to go that way, but go that far. But that's what your lenses look like clear. Oh, I also include not only selfie instructions, but instructions on not only how to care for your frame and your lenses so they will last you for years, but with the premium microfiber cleaning cloth that I'm going to provide, your Crizal Live Life in the Clear cleaning cloth, your Oakley cleaning cloth, and your case, so that all of those will last you for years too. No other seller on the internet does that, I am told. I also field test every cleaning cloth, so when you get this in the mail and you see the wrinkle, you know it works. You can't say that this doesn't clean your lenses because you just saw me do it. I'm going to put that back up there. So this is what your lenses look like clear. I'm going to go ahead and expose them to a strong burst of ultraviolet light. Now, as you can see, it takes about, I should have done this a little bit earlier. Hang on, I shouldn't have done much. It's already started. That 1 second made them start to turn. I'm wearing the regular transitions. Of course, you guys can rewind the video. Regular transitions, the transitions XTRAactive, but you know what I'm doing? I'll run my mouth until these turn back to clear. Regular transitions have 3 to 5% hue. Transitions XTRAactive have 5 to 7%. Don't judge it by this because I already exposed it to the UV light. But you know what? Let's back up a minute. I'm going to do that. So he also got a second pair. It's the Ray-Ban 5154 Clubmaster color 2000, the shiny black and the 49 eye size. Now he got these with polarized gray lenses and I have the back surface Crizal Sunshield anti-glare on the back of it. You can see that has a greenish hue. The Crizal Sapphire has a bluish hue, hence the term sapphire. Sapphires are blue. Crizal Preventia is purple, so you can almost tell which coating you get by the color. He wanted these. The original Clubmaster sunglasses do not have, this is the ophthalmic, meaning that it comes with, if I can take these out, it comes with clear lenses in there with the Ray-Ban logo. The sunglasses come naturally with a dark sunglass lens in there. This color combination in the sunglass goes from black and gold. He wanted black and silver, so I reminded him he could get that color combination in the 5154 Clubmaster. Where's my? In color 2000, it comes in a 49 and a 51 eye size. He wanted the 49 in this one. So you can get the regular one, black and gold, the ophthalmic one, black and silver, of course, tortoise and silver. The crystal and silver or crystal and gold are hot colors right now. This is about the first time I've done the black in a while, but that's because he wanted the black-silver combination. And the reason why I ran my man, he's going to be wearing these a lot in Bali and in Saudi Arabia, because I wanted these to lighten up even more. So again, I don't know if they've returned all the way back to normal, which they haven't, but regular transition signature 7, the transitions XTRAactive. Let's just go ahead. I need to get these in the mail. I can't wait for them to return back to clear. But as you can see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for transition lenses to darken. A little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute 15. Now, yes, this is important. Pay attention. All transition lenses will get dark on day 1 and continue to darken every day for the first 2 weeks they're exposed to the sun. After that, they will work for years with maximum performance. The only time they won't work is behind the windshield of a car. Except, let me give a caveat, that's the Transition Signature 7. You have the Transitions XTRAactive that will get 30 to 50% dark behind your windshield. The reason why is your windshield absorbs the sun's ultraviolet rays, which would cause your dashboard to crack from sitting in the sun all day, and that's why Transition Signature 7, like I'm wearing, won't get dark in a car. Yes, yours will. The XTRAactive 30 to 50%. The XTRAactive also get darker in hotter weather, where the Transition Signature 7s will get darker when it's 85 and below than they will when it's 95 and above. But since he lives in Saudi Arabia on the eastern coast there in Jubail, I actually had to Google it to see where his city was on the coast there, a beach town. And so the XTRAactive will get darker in hotter weather. Now, the regular transitions will get dark if you have a convertible or a motorcycle. That looks fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. The Transitions XTRAactive gray and the polished clear carbon fiber temples. That is hot. That is one nice looking frame, if you don't mind me saying so. So, let's see. Did I cover everything? I think I did about the lenses. So they're going to go ahead and lightening about a minute and a half from now because I exposed them to a very strong burst of ultraviolet light. They're going to stay dark a little bit longer than normal. So, If you like what you're seeing, you want to see more videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as freeprescriptionlenses.com, on Twitter as freerxlenses. You can email me directly on the contact me page of the website, or you can email me directly at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. I've had some people tell me that they couldn't get through on the website, so email me directly, freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com, or better yet, leave a question or comment in the comments section below. That way, not only will I read it, but everyone else will read it and say, hey, that's a great question. I never would have thought to have asked that. So, Yaz in Jubail, Saudi Arabia. Thank you so much for getting the 2 pair of glasses from me. The Oakley 8149 Pitchman R Carbon with Transitions XTRAactive Gray and Crizal Sapphire 360. You also got the Ray-Ban 5154 color 2000 in the 49 eye size, and I put your polarized gray lenses with a Crizal Sunshield coating on there. That turned out hot. I'm gonna get these in the mail to you now, so they'll get to you even quicker. But I can't thank you enough for supporting someone like me, an independent person who cannot even allow to put rehash that. I've been told I can't sell these on my website, so if anyone is interested, email me. The email is in the description below, and my phone number as well. If any Oakley frame is available, let me know the color and the size you want. Again, I have to sell it at the MSRP, the manufacturer's suggested retail price. But you will get free prescription lenses with that, and I'll give you the hookup should you want Transitions, Crizal, polarized, Eyezen, Eyezen 2, Eyezen 3, any of that, any of the Crizal coatings, any Essilor product you want, I can make it happen. So, as you have seen. So again, Yaz in Jubail, Saudi Arabia, thank you again for your support, for supporting independent businessmen such as myself, and everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.